Guys, we wanted to fight. So the main fight was the Ryan fight. That was a fight that we had already signed for, that we wanted. And once the Ryan fight, Ryan was injured, and it just didn't make sense to do it. Then the next guy was Teofimo. So we signed for that fight. We did our part. We thought the fight was going to happen, and then whatever, that didn't happen. So then the next guy was Boots. They came with Boots. We said, let's do it. They said, but we said at 147. They wanted to do that at catchweight at 152, but there was no point of us doing it at 152. We never even fought at 147. So then the next best guy.
All right, man. Devin Haney was talking to Fight Hub, and he said that he tried to fight Jaron Ennis. I think we already knew that. And I guess this would be the same for T.O. He didn't specify that, but I guess it was the same for T.O. And he said that Boots, for the most part, wanted to catch weight at 152. I told y'all about that guy, man. They don't believe in him. You know, they just talk just to talk. Even going back to the Terrence Crawford situation, I've been trying to fight. No, you wasn't. They just talk. They don't believe it. They don't really believe how the fan base of Philly believe in Boots. They playing the game. Excuse me. They playing the game. I know they play. Anybody with common sense who look up this with objectivity, you know, we'll fight anybody, and the whole Norman thing, and you know, they shortchanged Norman. They never tried to reach out to Turkey Al-Sheikh to make that. Well, Norman, because Norman didn't have a big day. But the Norman thing didn't happen. Norman said he wanted a couple more dollars. Apparently, they gave Stay-On-This way more money. In my opinion, they both on the same level. Don't nobody really know him on Stay-On-This compared to Norman back then. Maybe they knew him a little bit better, but it's really around the same area. And then T.O. tried to fight him. Then, you know, he said he wanted to be healthy. You know, he didn't want to be drained. And, you know, respect it. But it's bullshit. When the block started getting hot and the division started heating up, he was quiet. Like with Bud. He could have hopped in the WBO and fight Bud. They pulling tricks and illusion on y'all. I see right through it because I'm looking at it objective. I have nothing against him, and people gonna say I don't like him. Why? What reason I have not to like him? I'm calling it a spade a spade. That's all I'm calling it. They don't want to fight nobody. Eddie Hearn is known for moving like that. They don't want to fight nobody. What I tell y'all, this dog stay on this fight, a 50-50 fight, easy fight. Pack him up. He's trash. I don't think they believe in themselves like that. Because I've seen fighters. I remember when Keith Thurman really believed in himself. He was gonna fight Michaels Madonna like in his HBO main event debut. And you know, when he had that look in his eye, you know, he was hungry. You know what's so fucked up about it? That a lot of these young fighters, they ain't hungry no more. You know, usually when you coming up, you know, what he tell him in Rocky 3, he said, you don't got that eye of the tiger no more. You ain't got that look in your eye no more. Imagine being a young fighter and not even being hungry no more. You ain't hungry to get a world title. You ain't hungry to put in the work. These dudes literally not even hungry to put their moms in a new crib or to get money. They hungry just to get status. That's it, just to have a status. You know, real talk. Just for status. So, but they ain't ever been hungry, bro. All these guys overpaid, overpraised. And for him to ask, I'm assuming that he asked for T.O. for a catch weight for T.O. as well. He don't want to fight nobody. And then you hear rumors that they want 2 tune-ups. That's coming from the Ortiz side. Yeah, we need 2 tune-ups. Cool. It's like, okay, they ain't trying to fight nobody. I already know that how they moving, they dragging their feet. Because a guy gonna hold out for that type of, the type of money he was gonna make fighting T.O. and Devin, bro. T.O. for sure. If T.O. was getting 10 to 15 million to fight Boots, what you think Boots was getting? At least 10? Probably more like 20. Oh, we don't want to underperform. All of a sudden now he want to go to the dietitians and test. Man, fuck out of here. Y'all believe bullshit if y'all want to believe it. That nigga's a fraud. I gotta call a spade a spade. That nigga's a fraud, bro. He a fraud. It's something that they know about him, and I wouldn't know. But he a fraud, bro. As soon as he got a chance to make money, you know what I'm saying? Like, and really get notoriety and get on a pound for pound list. Bernard Hopkins made a living off of doing that. Marvin Hagler made a living off of smaller guys coming into the division and him smashing them. Sugar Ray Leonard did it too, or Duran. De La Hoya with Mosley. Even though it's a misconception that Sugar Ray Leonard and Sugar Ray Leonard and De La Hoya fought them coming up off of two weight classes. No, Shane Mosley had fights technically at 147, and I debunked that fact about Roberto Duran. He had multiple fights above lightweight and above junior welterweight. So, even fights at junior middleweight before he fought Ray Leonard. I've been debunked that. So it's always good to double check these fallacies they be fucking calling and stuff. But yeah, when it came to fighting like T.O. and Devin, 52-pound catchweight, dog, it's not even like, okay, I can't price myself out, but I can weigh myself out. I can change the weight. That's what they be doing, bro. Oh, I need $60 million to fight him, or we got to fight at a catch. Well, okay, what's the point of Devin or T.O. moving up to 152 and you don't have a title? He knew that they was gonna say no. The dude don't want to fight nobody. I had a bunch of niggas in Philly. I had nothing against Philly, bro. Shout out to Philly. Never been some of the greatest rappers of all time. When you start talking about, Beans and Gilly and, Cass and, Young Chris, shout out to A.R. Ab, Meek Mill make phenomenal albums. I really ain't never heard a bad Meek album. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good, a lot of great historical fighters in Philly. Smoking Joe Frazier, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of them can't name right now, but they known for being tough, and it's a city that are known for just brotherly love. They gritty, they tough. A lot of them brothers out there speak their mind. Niggas tough. I mean, I really never met no hoe ass nigga from Philly. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with Philly, but just gotta call a spade a spade. I know it hurt, but I call my city out too. I call niggas in my city out too. I call a spade a spade. You can't get mad at a nigga for selling the truth. What it look like? Once I ain't got to do the IBF rehydration clause no more, you're going to see a different animal. Cool. All of a sudden, I'm getting up out of here. Okay, let's see if he run through the fire. 2 tune-ups. Let's see what after the tune-ups, it's going to be 3 tune-ups, 4 tune-ups. That motherfucker ain't fighting nobody, bro. Everything how they moving with Boots is going to be strategic because, one, Eddie Hearn don't have nothing. Eddie Hearn don't have nothing. Ain't got no, fancy. He ain't got no money. Ain't got no fancy car. He ain't got nothing. This nigga promotional company on fumes, my nigga. On fumes. But you talking about 152-pound catch? Well, that's sad. That's why y'all be getting behind these fighters, man. When I really started seeing how these fighters really was moving, I had to stop going to bat for these dudes, bro. Because you'll never really know what's going on behind the scenes. Kind of like the whole Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz. Neither one of them's trying to fight each other. Sorry. And, well, I'm going to do a short on Gary Russell after this. Let me make sure I get to it. But, I mean, it is what it is. Dev said they tried to go through a laundry list of hit lists, people. And a lot of people didn't want to take the fight. Better be that way. A lot of guys didn't want to take the fight. And so be it. You can't make nobody fight. Hold on, let's see if we get it better. There we go. Yeah, you can't make nobody fight. Trying to get the perfect angle. There we go. I don't know. We can find it. We gonna find it. Wow. Nope. It's gonna keep falling back. Hold on. I'm out here tripping. No, we'll find it later. This shit crazy. Got this new ass phone. I'm out here. Whatever. There we go. We gonna just leave it there. But it is what it is. So they said he went through guys. You know, Norman is, you know, don't sound like they were first or second choice. But they gonna fight him, and we'll see what happens. So, me personally, I wouldn't have fought Norman. It don't make sense. But if financially, if you getting the title, you getting paid. You know, get them while they young. Might be set up a trilogy. Might set up a rematch. And also, if you're trying to prove that you can take a punch, you know, a lot of these guys get up. They look at social. It is hard not to. Back in the day, you used to look at the papers and what they was writing in fan mail. It's hard not to. Honestly, it's hard not to. With social media, hear about yourself and get offended or whatever like that. So you want to go out there and prove a point that he can take a punch and beat a power puncher. So narratives can change like that. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Check out the Box News playlist. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.